On career goals.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler, currently joined by our Cardinal High Flyer of the game from the WVU Marty Pushkin Invitational, Wheeling University women's track and field athlete Trinity Ortiz. And Trinity, you have a big day in the javelin, throw 30.93 meters. Talk about what was working for you, what made you so successful?
I would say what was working for me and what made me so successful was getting in the right mind space, because my first throw was a foul out. Granted, it was a little windy that day, but we have to learn to adapt to the situations like that, especially the weather, because with throwing, it could go either way, especially with the wind. It could either help you or it's not going to help you. So I would say after that first throw, just settling back down, really thinking that I know how to do it. So essentially kind of just getting in that right mind space, especially with the help of my coach, Namoy. He's very helpful, and he was like, you know how to do it. Let's settle back down, get into the right headspace, and make sure that we extend our arm back and make sure that we get that full throw.
And you hit that 30.93 meters on the last throw. Talk about the build up to that last throw and what it was like to hit that mark.
So for me, it was a huge accomplishment. As soon as it came out of my hand, it felt good. I saw the height on it. I saw the tail spin. And as soon as I watched it land, I was like, okay, this is a good throw. And then when they told me it was 30.93, especially at that meet, I was like, okay, I beat out number one spot for conference right now, so that's good. But at the same time, it's also a huge accomplishment for me, because last year I didn't throw 30 and over until the day of outdoor conference, which is when I hit my PR of 34.11. So 30.93 was a huge thing for me, especially starting off like that at my first meet, because we could only build up from there.
And you got the chance to compete at the same venue that's going to host the conference championship. How's that going to help you later in the season, kind of knowing the runway, knowing the field and stuff like that?
It'll definitely help me, especially if it's another windy day out like it was last time. I know how to adjust, and I know how to release it when it's coming out of my hand, so that way we don't have any issues with the wind. I would also say that getting to know the runway, it does help, because some runways are longer or shorter than others. And this one particularly is a little bit one of the shorter ones I've seen. But they do allow you to take apart the track, the metal railing on the side, so you can kind of step back and get the length that you need to. But I would say it also does give me the advantage knowing where I'm competing for conference, having competed there before, and I know what competition is going to look like.
Currently joined by Wheeling University women's track and field athlete Trinity Ortiz. And Trinity, obviously during indoor season there is no javelin. So talk about how you train to get ready for that outdoor season and compete in javelin.
So I had some practices with Coach Namoy, and we worked on the fundamentals of it. As you know, last year we didn't have a throwing coach, so this year it's different having a throwing coach. It turns out that my whole form last year wasn't the proper form, so we really had to take everything apart and make sure I was doing the fundamentals, because without the fundamentals I'm not going to be able to hit over my PR. So we focused on small drills, wicket drills, footwork, throwing drills. So we just did all the small stuff in order for us when we got to outdoor to implicate those and make it a full throw.
And you talk about working with Coach Namoy this year. Talk about how he's kind of helped you and some of the things he's given you confidence with.
So, as we all know, Coach Namoy was a D1 athlete. He went to Louisiana Tech. He's very knowledgeable, and he knows what he's doing. And he also knows how to break down things to where you're able to understand them. So, for me, I have to have it broken down into small steps because, like I said, I haven't even been throwing javelin a year yet, so it's still new for me. But he's able to break things down, and he works with me. He's able to keep level-headed. He explains things, and he gets just excited as I do. When something goes well for us, he's always very supportive of us athletes, and he wants what's best for us. So I would say just working alongside him and having that good chemistry, it makes it even more fun to throw, and I love doing what I do. And without him, I don't think I would be as successful as I am right now.
And finally, getting ready for West Liberty this weekend at the Tim Weaver Invitational. How do you keep the success going and continue increasing your distances?
So at practice, we make sure that we do the same thing. We implement, we do the small drills, and then we go into our 6-step and then full throw. So last weekend, I only did the 6-step just because I wasn't ready for my full approach yet, because I was still putting everything together. But yesterday at practices, we did a lot of full approaches as well as the 6-step. And I was hitting consistently over 30 meters. So I'm ready for another PR this weekend, and I can't wait to go up to the Tim Weaver Invitational.
Thanks, Trinity. Good luck this weekend. Can't wait to see you out there.
Thank you.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.
Goals.